Hey guys, Tony back again, Horror in Todge. I hope you're all well. Coming back today with another movie review, and the movie in question is The Black Phone, obviously. It just came out in the cinemas. I've just been to see it, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it and, the ins and outs, should you go and see it, and stuff like that. So this one I was really looking forward to. I saw one trailer of it, the trailer looked fantastic, so I'm going to give you the ins and outs. We'll get straight in, guys, and I'll tell you a bit about the film. So, The Black Phone, obviously, is a 2022 film. Well, I think it came out in the festivals and stuff last year, and there's a lot of buzz about it, but obviously it's just came out this year. It's directed by Scott Derrickson, who I really like his work. He's done Sinister and The Exorcism of Emily Rose, probably two of the best horror movies of the past 20 years, in my opinion. I really like those films, so I thought when he was on board with this, I thought, yeah, it's got pretty good premise. I know it's a short story from Joe Hill. That's what it's based on. So he's got good pedigree. Obviously, it's Stephen King's son. And, I know he does a lot of like dark writing and stuff. I'm not claiming to have read any of Joe Hill's stuff or anything like that. I might have to after seeing this film. But, I know we're in pretty safe hands. So, who does it star? It stars Ethan Hawke as the grabber, I suppose, and then two child actresses. What are their names again? The child's name's Finney, and he's played by Mason Thames. I think that's how you say it. And the little girl's name's Gwen, and she's played by Madeline McGrath. So what happens in this, guys, is it's like the 1970s, like 1978 or something like that. I'm going to do it spoiler free, guys, so don't worry. And there's this small town, American town, it feels very Stephen King-ish. It feels very, don't know, like it's adapted from a book, if you know what I mean. I can't really explain it, but, there's not a lot of ins and outs with details and stuff of characters. It feels very, very flowing and straight to the point. You don't have to use your mind a lot. So you're in 1970s America, this suburban town sort of thing, and there's this guy going around kidnapping children. There's a few of them gone missing, stuff like that, and you get all the traits, the missing posters and stuff like that around America. A bit like Stephen King's It, that sort of thing. With the children going missing from this, I suppose it's secondary school, primary school, secondary school, and then it follows a brother and sister combination of, like I say, Finney and Gwen, and they're having a bit of trauma in life, and they live with their dad, who's a bit of a, I suppose, redneck, and he's an alcoholic because something's happened. It alludes to something happening, tragedy in the past and stuff like that, but it doesn't go into any detail. It doesn't tell you anything. It's just the odd word, So that you haven't really got too much to think about. But he's not a very nice person, the dad. He's probably worse than the bloody the grabber, to be fair. And he's a horrible person, to be fair. And these two kids are sort of surviving on their own, looking out for each other, that sort of thing in school. There's a lot of like bullying going on and school fights and stuff like that. The first 20-25 minutes I really enjoyed this sort of school interaction. Heavy drama this is. There's no horror in the first 20-25 minutes. A lot of heavy drama, school action, being in school, a bit of a love interest and the fights, lots of blood in the fights, to be fair, And that bit was really cool. And then you get this character come into it, played by Ethan Hawke, who is this mysterious character. He wears this mask. The mask is really cool, to be fair. It's like interchangeable. So he's got this like one bit of the mask where it's sort of like, it's not like metal. It's like it looks like a hard plastic, and he's got these eyes cut out. It's like a devil horns, and then it's interchangeable with the bottom bit comes off, so it can be like sad or happy or have no expression. Really, really weird mask, creepy mask, to be fair. They've done a great job with that. Lots of texture in it and stuff like that. And yeah, just really creepy. And Ethan Hawke done a great job with this creepy character who was kidnapping these kids. And essentially, it follows. I'm not going to go into details who gets caught or anything like that, but basically, one of the kids from school gets caught, and they're put into this serial killer's basement. And essentially, the black phone comes from, there's a phone on the wall, and stuff starts to happen with that, and you get this supernatural element, and this, like, I thought there was going to be like this slasher element, but there isn't. There's like this supernatural element and sort of a psychopathic element. You see a little bit of the character, not much though. As I said before, you can tell it's been, you know, took from a storybook. So it just follows this one person down in this cellar and their fight for survival, basically. And then throughout the film, you've got this little girl, and she's sort of having these dreams and flashbacks of different happenings and that sort of thing. What's happened to these kids and stuff, and the police are detectives are trying to find out who it is, and there's really some creepy stuff going on for this psychopath who you sort of follow him. But all in all, yeah, that's the basic premise of the story, guys. I'm not going to get too much into it. It's quite drama heavy. Some people might say not a lot happens. I didn't mind it. I didn't fit it. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, though. I thought it was going to get a lot more brutality, and probably the most brutal thing in the film is probably the fist fights with the kids, and probably our lead star's dad, who I said is this redneck. He's brutal. That's probably about the brutalist parts, bar the last few minutes of this film. But yeah, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But all in all, it was. I suppose you can call it a decent sort of popcorn flick. You know, turn it on any time. You haven't got to think. I thought it was going to be like A24 inspired, where you've got to sort of, you know, these modern horrors. I know not everything's got to be like that, and we don't need everything like that. But I thought it was going to be where you've got to use your mind, and there's going to be some sort of twist in it where you didn't see it coming or something like that. But basically, it's just a murder mystery, crime sort of film where you don't really need, you don't really need your mind or anything like that. And it's just like, you've got a few jump scares in there, guys, probably 3 or 4 that I saw coming pretty much, but they were well done. And the cinematography was fantastic. I thought, I love the 70s setting, and it kept going to these dreamlike sequences with this sort of 70s sort of video cam where, you know, sinister vibes, obviously the same director, you know, with a sort of crackling and stuff. That was really good. The basement area was really cool. It was like really textured and layered with lots of grime and blood and this horrible mattress, and you could really feel the tension down there. It felt claustrophobic. Really good experience in the cinema. I don't know if it'd be good on home on TV, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like I say, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought Ethan Hawke done a fantastic job. The 2 child actors, the main actors, the little boy and the little girl, Gwen and Finney, I thought they were fantastic. The girl more than the boy, I thought she was really good. She reminded me a bit of the, if you've ever seen Psycho Gorman, she reminded me a little bit of the child actress in that, if you know what I mean. The little girl in that, she was quite badass. She didn't care about anyone. She'd, you know, stick up for anyone and fight for her sort of principles and stuff like that, which was really cool. But all in all, it was a pretty decent film. Like I say, just a popcorn film though. Nothing spectacular. I thought it might be like, I was hoping for like a film of the year, but no, nothing like that. What would I give it? Probably 7 out of 10. Just a really cool sort of, like I say, murder mystery film. But all in all, decent, guys. I didn't get too much into the story. I've probably gone on a bit too much than I needed to. But yeah, I enjoyed it for what it is. I know some people really loved it. I already said, oh, it's one of the films of the year. Some people didn't like it, but yeah, just for me, good little film. Really enjoyed the cinema experience. Went with a friend, Great performances all around, great cinematography. Just, yeah, maybe lacking on brutality. I know not everyone's into that, and maybe the plot being a bit thicker, let's say. But yeah, you could just see what was actually, there was nothing to guess or anything like that. Let's put it this way. But all in all, decent film, guys. 7 out of 10. Get in the comments. Tell me if you've seen The Black Phone, what you thought of it, if you liked it, if you didn't, you know, what you thought of the acting, anything like that, or anything I've missed, or maybe I'm completely wrong. But all in all, a decent film, guys. I've been Tony. I'll catch you all for the next video. Thanks a lot for watching.